So I got a message. I was listening to Bishop Noel Jones, and he simply said a few sentences. I forgot what he was saying because I got this message. He was talking about, he was bringing another message, but when he said Satan tempted, no, Satan attempted to tempt the Lord God. Remember, the Spirit led God up to the rock, and there Satan attempted to tempt God. You can't tempt God, he's God. But he's like, if you truly are the Son of Man, you can command thousands of angels or whoever, or you can command these stones to be turned into bread. And he was, God said, well, man shall not, because Jesus is God, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every mouth that proceeds out of God. And Satan continued on, and he quoted some type of scripture or something. And the Lord was like, that's enough. It is written, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. That's my message right there. God is God. God is even the God of Satan. Satan is the most evilest spirit that this world has ever and will ever known, that will live eternally because he's still made after God's image. Yet he is not God. He cannot even be the God of himself. He can be the God of others who choose to worship him instead of Satan. But even Satan's God is our God, the true living God. Now, he doesn't love him. He doesn't obey him. But God is God even of all, even of him, the most evilest thing in the world. If God is still God even over the evil, which is Satan, if God is still the God of Satan, Satan can't even be his own God, though he hates God and tries to copy him. He copied the Star of David, made it a satanic star. He copied the rainbow, which is a covenant with God that he would not flood the earth again and have mercy, and he made that the rainbow for gay people. Satan copies everything God does because he want to be God, yet he will never be God. But even him and all the evilness and all the rebellion that Satan is, he can't even be his own God. God said to Satan, it is written, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. And Satan went on to continue to say more stuff. And God came back, what did he say? You shall only worship the Lord thy God and me alone. And because Satan was like, I can give you all of this if you just bow down and worship me. How you gonna give it to him and it's already his? Satan also says, what else did he say? He said, if you bow down, I give you all this. But he said something else, if you really are this. In the same way he did Jesus. Jesus is already that. He don't have to bow to Satan. He don't have to play tic-tac-toe. He don't have to do none of that. He already is. He does this with our lives. If you really are this musician, if God already made us certain things, it's who we use it for. He'll say, give me your soul. He'll say, deny, forget the charity that you was trying to do. Go this way. Follow this person who is just for selfish and just for greed. It's not going to hurt. So what if it hurts those kids? So what if it hurts your mom? So what if it hurts that good thing that God wants you to do? Go after it for yourself. Thus Satan. Satan tries to give you something that's already yours, but he wants you to use it for him. The same way that he told God, if you really are God, bow down before me and worship me when he's already God. The same way that Satan does this to us, and we already who we are. It's who we use it for. The same way Satan does to us. So I say all that to say, if God is still God even of all evil, and he's not a God of evil, he's a God of righteousness, but I'm saying it says all things work together for the good of them that love the Lord. All things God can use evil to bring glory to his name. He doesn't take pleasure in evil, but he can take somebody evil to still do his judgment. Like he can take somebody evil to shut down somebody else evil. You know what I mean? Everything's still going to line back up to him. He's still going to judge. Vengeance is still his. It's still going to work for his glory. So if he said to Satan, it is written, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. In all of Satan's splendor and all of his rebellion against the one true God and going to his own kingdom since he wanted to be like God, he still couldn't be God. He still couldn't be even his own God. Because Jesus said to him, the Lord thy God. He's still God, even of Satan. And then he later on came down and said, you only worship the Lord thy God. Even he's telling the devil still got to bow before God. He still got to worship God, and he don't even want to. So if Satan and all his evilness and his fake splendor, if he even has to worship God, if God is still his God and he don't even want him to be, then what are you worried about your situation for, your problem for, your marriage for, your children for? Ain't nothing too big for God to handle. What are you worried about that bully for? What are you worried about your coworker, your boss? What are you worried about that girl that's tempting your husband, keep wearing them short dresses around him? Whatever the thing is you worried about, you don't have no reason to worry about it because God is over all. God is over all. The good and the bad is not of him, but all things work together for the good of them that love the Lord. Again, God told Satan, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. And then Satan continued and said, if you bow before me, I'll give you all this. It's already his. The devil does that stuff to us too, and we're not even knowing, well, God already made me a singer. He already made me. I don't have to sell my soul to sing. I can use it for God. But the difference is they use it for the enemy. So my thing is, you have to know that you serve the one true living God. Nothing is too big. Nothing is too great. No problem is too evil that he can't cast it down. Time for me to move because too many people over here. So, man, I got a revelation for that. And for those who was looking forward to my messages, I apologize because I haven't been able to do them because, you know, I've been in life, going through life right now. But it was Luke chapter 4, verses 1 through 13. And God said, man should not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God. Satan was like, well, turn these stones into bread. And he was like, don't tempt the Lord. That's enough. You can't tempt me. I am thy God. I am your God. Even you, Satan, I'm still your God. You still have to worship me. You want to be your own God, and people choose to make you a God, but I am still the one true living God. If God is God, even Satan, what are you worried about your problem for? Nothing is too great, nothing's too big, nothing's too scary, nothing's too evil that he can't change it, cast it, turn it around for his glory. Oh. No, because everybody keep coming and I'm doing religious talk and I can't do that here, so that's why I keep moving. Okay, so all right, go this way. Okay, let me end the video. So my point is, Satan, the same way he tried to foolishly tempt God and foolishly tell God, I'll give you all this, when it's already, God, how you gonna give something? That's like me telling my mama, I'll give you your grandmama as your mama if you back. That's already her mama. She the one that birthed her. My mama's the one that birthed me. How you gonna give something to somebody that's already theirs? God created Satan. How you gonna give him something? The same way Satan does us. God already created us musicians and artists and all. But Satan says, if you do this, you get this. But it's who you use it for. See, God is the one that made you an artist, a musician, a poet. It's who you use it for, though. Use it for God. But that was my point. God is God even of Satan. So if a God is holy and if a God is great, even of the most rebellious person, which is Satan, what are you scared of? Even Satan has to ask permission before he can do something. Even he has to. God told Satan, you can touch Job, but you can take everything, but you can't touch his life. God is God over all, over everything. So you don't have to worry about a problem. You don't have to fret. You don't have to panic. God is in control over everything. So what are you worried about it for? God is God over all, and he is in control. Be blessed. Bye-bye. Y'all couldn't even see my outfit. I have my cute little, you can't see anyway because I got this coat on. Was there anything else I wanted to say? Again, I stress, the devil tries to make it seem like he gives it. The devil never gives life. He never creates and he never sends life. Only God appoints life. And when you are conceived in your stomach, God already said that's going to be a singer, that's going to be a poet, they're going to be an artist. Now, who you use it for is your choice. And that's when the devil will come in and say, I'll give you millions if you use it for me. When you could have still got millions if you used it for God, or you could only got thousands. But you were already that. You are already that. It's just that the Satan comes in to make deals and to tell you, well, if you do this, but you're already a musician. It's who you use it for. God made you a musician for him. Satan wants to make you a musician for him. Satan tries to give us rewards, but at the end it is hell. When God gives us eternal rewards, if we use it for him, whether we be rich in this life or not, if we use those great things he gave us, if we use witnessing, I have the gift of gab. Now, I could have been a radical a Muslim, a radical this, a radical black. Oh, black people are the true this and the true Jews, and we're so beautiful. And I could have been all like that. And then it's like, for what? That leads to hell. Ignorance and ego, that leads to hell. But I chose to use it for the truth, which is God. I meet people every day that say, sister, you're beautiful and you're black and you're so ignorant. Don't you know that God is a woman? They say all this blasphemous stuff. Don't you know that you're black and we're the true Jews and we're the true people? How is being black going to save you? How is being white or Asian? Only thing that's going to save us is repenting and being humble and being holy. I say all that to say, God gives us gifts. It's who we use it for. I chose to use my big mouth, my gifted gab for God. You can, who else? Who is the dude that everybody loves? That dude. Oh, that was so disrespectful to call him a dude. But his name was, that's what y'all think, and I really don't care though. His name was, you know, that Muslim dude from the 60s. Oh, that was so disrespectful. I'm disrespecting their lives. His name wasn't Muhammad Ali. You know the Muslim dude over. Everybody loved this Muslim dude. He was light-skinned, blonde hair. I honestly, Malcolm X, I couldn't think of his name. He had the gift of gab, but he used it for Satan. But you can have the gift of gab and not even be talking the truth. He had the gift of gab. You've been bamboozled and you've been tricked, but he didn't have no type of truth because God is the truth. Why would you want to serve a white Jesus? Who cares if Jesus was white? He's holy, he's righteous, and look at these nosy people. And we serve the one true living God. So serve Jesus. Okay, so he had the gift of gab, but he had all types of, you can have all the right stuff. You can have all the right stuff and have the wrong ingredients. You can have the right, how do I say this? The right formula, but the wrong ingredients, or vice versa. He had the gift of gab. He had the look. He had the talk. He was a leader. He moved he moved people. They obeyed him, but he didn't have the right. He didn't have the right formula. He didn't have the truth, the true foundation, which is Jesus, the truth and the light. So I have the truth, and I have the gift of gab, and I'm not making this up. It's not coming out of my butt. I don't serve a false God. I serve the true living God. My point is, God gives us gifts. He gives us talents. He already creates us to be artists, poets, whoever. It's who you use it for. Satan can't give you something. God already gave it to you. Satan just makes tricks with us, makes tricks and treaties and stuff so that we can use it for him. Oh, well, if you do this, I'll give you this, but it's going to lead to hell. He might give you millions of dollars, but it's going to lead to hell. And what profits a man to gain the world and lose his soul? Again, God is God even of Satan. So if he's God even of Satan, Satan can't even be God. Though he rebels and he wants to be his own God, he can't even be his own God. He still got to answer to God. Then why are you worried about that small problem, that situation, that woman, that man, that boy? Why are you fearful of tomorrow? The Bible says, take no thought of what you're going to put on, what you're going to eat. I go every night, not knowing where I'm asleep. Sleep in different places. Went to this one dude. This lady tried to help me, but that man was no good. Charged me $600 for a room, and I just started working. You can't get over me because I'm homeless. Don't mean I'm desperate. I got God, and I know He's with me. So if I'm not worried, and I'm a woman, a man sure can make it. But not only that, I know that God's got me. He said, take no thought of the remnant you're going to put on or what you're going to eat. For the body is more than a remnant in what you eat. So if I serve a holy, great God, I know that all things are going to work for His glory and in my favor. And even if I did die poor, homeless, I know that I'm going to a heavenly home, but I know that He'll still supply my every need even while I'm here. Might not be the best, but it's going to be while I'm here. But I declare and decree that it will be the best and that the greater is coming and prosperity is coming. I say all that to say that I serve a holy God, even God of Satan. So don't worry about no bully. Don't worry about somebody tempting you, a bad boss. Don't worry about no enemy. Nobody compares to Jesus. Nobody is greater. God even told Satan, worship the Lord thy God and him alone. Even Satan gotta worship God, and he don't even want to. So my point is, we have no reason to worry over anything of this world. God is in control. He's over it. And all things work together for the good of them that love the Lord and for His glory if you obey Him and simply serve Him. Make up your mind to serve Him no matter what, rich or poor, health or not health, good or bad. Your man stay, your man leave. Vice versa. Woman stay, a woman leave. Make up your mind to serve God so that heaven is your reward. God is in control, and He is able, more than able. He's a miracle worker. Turn your night into day. That's what He does. He specializes in the impossible. I should be dead. I should have been in hell. I should have committed suicide. I should not be able to take what I went through or have gone through, but by the grace of God, I'm still here. That my life is testament alone that God saves and that He loves. So please, God is in control. Believe Him and let Him order your steps. God is in control, and He's God, even of Satan. And if He's God, and He reigns even over all evil, then you don't have a worry in this world. Because all things work together for the good and the love of the Lord. And He's in control. Can't nothing happen unless He allows it. And if He brought you to it, He can bring you through it. If you use the right formula, live holy and keep Him first. And don't stay in it. And if you're in sin, don't stay in sin. Whatever it is, let God lead you out. Get out of the mess. But if you're going through the storm, I'd rather go through with Jesus than without Him. God is in control. Be encouraged. God is control. He's God even of Satan. Satan don't rule nothing. Only what God allows him to, because God is still God over Satan. He told Satan, do not tempt the Lord thy God. He didn't say, don't tempt me, God. He said, I'm your God. You don't even want me to be, but I'm still your God. I made you. You ain't in control of nothing unless I give it to you. That's how awesome our God is. It's a choice. You choose to serve Him, or you choose to serve Satan. He didn't have to give Satan his own kingdom. He could have just destroyed him and he would have been bye-bye. But God is so awesome. He said, okay, you want to be bad? Let's do it. Let's do this then. I'm God. I'm in control, but I'm going to give man a choice. They can either worship me or they can worship you. I love them. I came to set them free. But I would give them a choice. I'm not going to force them to serve me. They're going to get to choose who they want to serve. But at the end, they're going to have to reign with him. But He tells us that Satan came to steal, kill, and destroy because he don't want us to be tricked. He didn't want to leave us out. He told us the truth. Now it's on us. God is in control. Which path will you be choosing? Life or death? The broad or the narrow? God is in control. He's God even over Satan. Nothing is too big that He can't change it, turn it around, or work it out for His glory if you let Him. God is in control.